Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, Origianl crew, man? We're back. We got some more Diddy for you today, man. We got 10 celebs who tried to warn us about Diddy. And honestly, bro, they've been telling us years on years. They've always... Honestly, he ain't the only one they have been telling us about. They've been... so now do we pay attention to what they say? Or your favorite person used to talk about him all the time.
Who's my favorite person?
Orlando.
Oh.
Orlando used to say, he liked that. Oh, did he say he did something? Did he say that one time?
He said he tried, but anyway, we're on there. But yeah.
I was just saying everybody know about the interview stuff he be having. So
yeah, but I'm saying I can't remember verbatim what he said, so I don't want to speak on it. But you said, do we what now? What was your question?
Do we need to start actually paying attention to him, or
it's so crazy to me when people have been saying things forever, and people either call them crazy or say they lying or turn a blind eye or whatever the case may be. But then now everyone wants to start digging up this old stuff. These folks been saying that. What makes it different now? You know what I'm saying? Should have been listening. Should have been taking heed. Should have been taking action. Or whatever the case may be. Maybe so many things or so many people wouldn't have been hurt behind, you know what I'm saying? But
I feel you, man.
It's just funny to me. In a weird way.
Okay. I feel you. Takio, but
you're crazy.
But hey, man, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, all you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
liking it with a thumbs up.
But let's dive into 10 celebs who tried to warn us about the diddler. Let's go.
There are so many witnesses. There are so many victims.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo. And today, we're looking at celebrities who spoke out against Sean Combs, aka P.Diddy, before his 2024 arrest and indictment.
We're just starting to scratch the surface of what this case, this case is going to touch and involve.
Kanye West. In retrospect, we should have read between the lines whenever somebody described a puffy party. In a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with...
Oh, I forgot Loon went to... Just also, y'all got to peep, it's a lot of people who went to jail that was around him too. And a lot of people who had talent that just some kind of way fade away. Mm-hmm. Like even Mario Winans. This era was big. Mario Winans could have been the biggest producer. Mm-hmm. Maybe Mario should have stayed in church with his family, huh?
With the Kardashians, Khloe recalled attending a Diddy party where everyone was, quote, butt naked.
Stop talking. Have you met Khloe's new crew of friends? And all I said was, yes. And then I stopped. All I said was yes.
Khloe's former brother-in-law, Kanye West, also made comments concerning Diddy that read differently now. In 2022, West called Sean Combs a, quote, fed, claiming he had sold people out to spare himself from jail time.
That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that, and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car.
Since West is infamous for making wild, often unfounded accusations, these statements initially blended in with his other tirades.
And that's the problem, bro. Like, we be so blinded by it because we like, oh, this month crazy again.
But you know, a lot of times, like, sometimes I don't even like, you do have to kind of like take things with a grain of salt with some, situations or whatever. But for a lot of times, I still listen to people, regardless of like if people like saying, oh, this person crazy or this person this or that, or they that.
In the light of them,
like,
how they say
it. Still, like, cause I done been around a lot of crazy people in my life, like real life. But when it all boiled down to, I'm like when stuff really start like unfolding and coming out, I'm like, they was telling the truth. They just done seen so much. They done been through so much. So it comes off so like erratic or whatever the case may be. And people like, that man crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, like when it boils down to it, they be telling the truth. It just comes out like people either can't believe it or like they other behaviors like outshine like the things that they're saying. But at the same time, I still, because even when sometimes when he be talking, I be like, I don't know like what episode it is. Like if he's like, but I still listen because I have experienced people like this in my real life.
I'm gonna say another reason why I feel like people don't take Kanye 100% serious in a lot of things is because it's a very much so like a cry me. Mm-hmm. It's never like to shed light on what's really going on. It's like I'm playing a victim so much, and it's like, bro, all right, we getting tired of you always playing a victim.
Yeah, true, but sometimes you just have to learn how to decipher things, and I don't feel like things should be overlooked just because of who the person is. What's the saying? Like, listen to the message or not the message, or ignore. What is it?
Pay attention to the message
and not the messenger. Yeah, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So sometimes I do try to like, okay, I get it, it's him or whatever, but let me hear what he's saying. Let me still hear. But I don't know.
That's crazy though.
Even now, it's hard to say if West's allegations were authentic. Given Combs' current legal issues, though, West's words feel like a warning, whether or not he truly had any inside information.
I don't know if it's a party. I'm saying that metaphorically. You know what I'm saying?
But you've heard about the parties that everyone are talking about. But you've never got invited to them. So
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what the party. That's how far out of it I am.
Usher. When he was just getting his foot in the music industry's door, a 13-year-old Usher spent a year living with Combs. Usher opened up about this experience in a 2016 interview with Howard Stern.
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Although he made it sound like a blast, Usher hinted at something more disturbing beneath the surface. Usher said that he didn't, quote, understand what he was even looking at, and, quote, very curious things were taking place.
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Perhaps most telling, Usher.
And I'll say this, in that essence, it's like, what level were the events really going on? Because you got to remember, this was in the 90s. It was possibly in the early stages of the freak offs. I'm gonna just say the freak off.
Yeah.
So we don't know what stage it could have been where it was just women. It wasn't really as far as all the antics that they're saying was going on now.
Yeah.
And they could have, because I say this, it's whenever it started, it doesn't start like up here in a decline.
Yeah.
It's a gradually incline just to see how much we can
over
get
time,
away with.
It gets
worse and worse. Yeah.
But just imagine like being exposed to that period, regardless of what level it was
13?
on. At 13. That's a shock. You know what I'm saying?
And that can ruin a lot of men and women lives at such a young age, being exposed to so much.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so how am I with my relationships? Mm-hmm. Am I looking for certain things because that's what I was introduced as a child? Yeah. And I know a lot of people say, hey, you got to start blaming the parents because why would somebody... And it's easy to say, hey, you blame the parents because why would you allow your child to go at such a young age? But it's like, hey, my child wants to be in this career. I want to be able to support them by all means that I'm able to do.
I think
it's a double-edged sword. You won't truly understand unless you're in those shoes. We can always say I would have did this, but you never know until you were actually put in that position to say, okay, because say for instance, you have a child, your child wants to be an artist, and this person at the time is looked at as that black icon. Why you shaking your head? Like this black icon when it comes down to the music industry. No rumors and stuff is going on about this person. And it's like, okay, like everybody around me telling me, yeah, you can trust them, you can trust them, you can trust them. And it's like, okay, but because that's different than with the R. Kelly situation. Like with the R. Kelly situation and the parents allowed the girl to go, that was real weird for me even in that situation because he has already been accused of stuff. I don't care how much you say, well, he was found, but it was so much evidence out there for you to say, hey, no, we're not going that route. You know what I'm saying? But this, But I'm not finna give up guardianship of my child for a whole year though.
My thing is, it's different than like maybe you going over there, being mentored throughout the day, whatever. But I'm coming to pick you up. But to go and live, like live in someone's house for a year, that's different for me, and I don't think that I could agree with that personally.
I see where you're coming from.
As as a woman later to be a mother, because I just feel like regardless if I have kids or not, like naturally I still have like this instinct that I'm just like
protective mode,
like you know what I'm saying, and I'm really big on like not trusting no one. I don't care who,
even if it's a family member,
like you trust no one with your kids. I don't care if there's no rumors circulating or if it's a family member or a friend, someone that you trust. They never probably did anything to you, but you never know like
thoughts
things that people do like behind closed doors.
Yeah.
A lot of people hide things behind closed doors and nothing ever like really sees the light like right away, or people will be like, oh, they good, you can trust them. Yeah, like people really be living double lives. So it's kind of hard for me to just like, here, you can go a whole year, be, whatever. But I mean, I get a lot of times some people do want the best for their kids and they will do whatever to make their kids happy. And maybe that's this situation. So I'm not going to necessarily fault, but I can't necessarily agree with the actions at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was just speaking on the fact that people were like, you got to blame the parents, but I'm not going to blame them. But I'm gonna be like, hey, you should be kind of more wiser. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like,
I feel you though. I
100%
feel you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Perhaps most telling, Usher made it clear that he wouldn't want his children attending, quote, puffy camp like their father. Regardless, Usher's protege, Justin Bieber, would spend 48 hours with Combs. It may just be speculation, but a fake phone number that Bieber later gave Combs now reads like a cry for help.
I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot, but you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yeah.
I wonder how old 5.
You remember that 555?
Hey, just by him saying 555, Justin.
And I want to make it clear that I'm saying I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
Not if I let my kids go, because I'm damn sure let my kids go to nothing like that. I'm conflicted on letting, like, if I like, because I don't know what she probably was going through at the time, or like felt like it was necessary. I just wanted to make that clear. But I would never let my kids go to nobody else.
I was just gonna say, I wonder how old Justin was in this clip. That's all I was pausing to say, because it was still Justin with the swoop, and I'm like, when did he get rid of the swoop thing? I'm like, was he like probably 16, 17 at the time? Because he still sound very young. But I was
going to say maybe 15, but I don't know. I don't even know when he, like, what age he was,
when
he first
13.
came. Okay.
He was like 13 when he first came out.
Okay. 555.
Mase. In addition to breaking out as Diddy's hype man in the 90s, Mason Darrell Betha, or Mase, released 3 studio albums through Bad Boy Records. Mase eventually had a falling out with Combs and his record label.
I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth. So the disdain that I got for Puff is more like, you trying to keep me here.
Leading up to his former collaborator's arrest, Mase claimed Combs cheated him with a $20,000 publishing deal and had been withholding royalties for decades. In a 2022 interview, Combs asserted that Mase owed him $3 million.
That's facts. I got the receipt.
Second album, you gave money to do a second album, never delivered.
Did the album, never delivered. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go back and forth with Mase. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back and forth with nobody.
Combs nevertheless returned the publishing rights to Mase and several other Bad Boy artists the following year. Although Mase was among the first to call Combs out over royalties, he wouldn't be the last. In 2024, former bandmate Don Richards sued Combs, citing, among other things, roughly $5 million in unpaid earnings.
Don had the choice to file the case as a Jane Doe, and she chose not to do that. After giving it a fair amount of thought, she wants accountability. She wants justice.
Katt Williams.
My biggest grief with a lot of people, especially young people now, fully understand the music business because there has been so many people who are constantly, like, lack of word, fuck over the years.
Screwed over.
Yeah. I can't think of anything at the time. But you know what I'm saying? Over the years, when it comes down to this music industry, like, a lot of people don't understand, hey, when you sign that deal and they give you this upfront money, that is for the album, so don't go splurge that on anything else. When you need to pay for a feature, they charging this to you. So say for instance, you could say, hey, I got a $3 million advance. I'm using this on my jewelry and I'm using this on my entourage. We finna any other thing, you owe them people that, and they gotta get that $3 million in every. And so understand how the music business works, and also never take a lawyer that they're giving you.
Yeah.
Go out and seek your own legal counsel, and if you can't properly afford a legal counsel, talk to a lawyer. Just like talk to somebody in the family that can say, "Hey, we can give you this much," or you can just go have what is it when you have like a just sit down meeting? You pay for like a brief sit down meeting just so they can.
A consultation or something?
Like a consultation fee. Yeah. Most lawyers have a consultation fee.
Yeah.
Hey, and I could be like, hey, this is what I'm just coming to you. Maybe I can you talk to them or something, but go find your own that's 100%
like
experience.
If you can't like basically said if you can't like have someone like on retainer, like on call,
yeah,
at least just try to like pay a small fee to just go and get some type of information. And maybe somebody will feel, hey, like,
oh, this is a great deal. You're a good artist, and I feel like
they may try to work something, give you something, negotiate something with you,
and we can back pay me or something,
Yeah, but
please, man,
definitely don't.
I'm tired of seeing a lot of people after 5-10 years in the game and say, I'm broke, I have nothing, I was screwed over from my first or such and so deal, and I'm having to stay on the road just to be able to feed my family.
It's definitely sad because when like just going into it right off bat, you eager, you happy to even get the opportunity.
Most people don't know the business.
And you do lack knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So you trust people. You like, oh, this person ain't go, you know what I'm saying? Do not trust the business, trust the game. It definitely will screw you over.
Facts.
Sure hope I have Club Shay Shay after this year.
It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
The greatest thing floating in 2024. Mark the words. No way. In a.
My God, y'all.
Hey, Katt did tell not one lie. This is Shannon Sharp's greatest interview, I feel, yet on Club Shay Shay. Nothing's beating the numbers, and look how many people were thirsty after this interview to bring Katt on, thinking they can. And Katt. Like, bro, you either got to be the first or not at all.
Have I watched like an interview like through and through?
Like you did Katt?
Like I did this one.
Nope.
Yeah,
I have, but I know you
do. But
yeah.
I was like, but yeah, I was like tuned in.
A whole different realm of business.
Comedian Katt Williams is no stranger to run-ins with the law and reported abusive behavior. As such, it's understandable why some would call Williams' credibility into question. In January 2024, though, Williams made several remarks about Combs that only became more relevant in the months to come. On Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, Williams touched upon the now notorious Diddy parties, advising people to just say no.
And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Katt, I need no.
While his reasons were somewhat vague, Williams was especially concerned about protecting a certain area of his body. Williams didn't elaborate further, although he took another shot at Combs later in the interview.
I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it. That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man.
But he was just like...
Hey, he been said stuff years and years ago. Like, after you think about it, he addressed this back in the Pimp Chronicles. Like, and that's back to what you said earlier. Listen to the message. Sometimes you have to tune out from who the messenger is and just pay attention to the message. Because the message can be delivered the right way, but through the wrong person you want to hear it from.
Because, a lot of times, like, you'll have this person that, like, they so problematic or it's always something.
It's always something, yeah.
But they'll say something, I'm like, what they saying is true, but damn, why I got to come from you? You know what I'm saying? But
or they try to paint them to be crazy because this person don't want to be an alcoholic or a drug addict or,
I'm like, does it? Like, at this moment, does that like matter?
Now
Like,
making
does they
me-
discredit someone from like, oh, I can't believe what they saying because they had a little not a little, but they had like some type of run in with, okay.
Now making me look at Orlando like, Orlando, what all you... Did you really get that? Did you really? Did you really, Orlando?
The recent allegations regarding Combs' quote, freak-out parties and alleged abuse have painted Williams' words in a whole new light. Aubrey O'Day. What do Donald Trump and Diddy have in common? Well, arguably quite a few things, but singer-slash-reality star Aubrey O'Day is one of them. Once mentored by Combs, O'Day later appeared on the 5th season of The Celebrity Apprentice.
I am a very strict and focused businesswoman because working for Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy.
Absolutely.
I love Diddy.
When O'Day brought up her association with Diddy, Trump was quick to shower him with praise. O'Day tiptoed around her former boss, unwilling to say if he was a, quote, good guy, as Trump described him.
I don't want to answer that
Oh,
question.
wow. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
During a 2019 interview with Variety, O'Day went into greater detail. Discussing her time on the Diddy-produced Making the Band, O'Day said, quote, we were scared to death with what would happen with Puff each day. I experienced everything from race remarks to sexism, and a lot of it was scary.
Listening to Gene Deal, his bodyguard.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he had a really astonishing quote.
You should hear the one he's not saying. It's even crazier.
Right. So he's got stuff in the tuck that he hasn't put out there?
Everybody does.
Wendy Williams.
Everybody does.
I had broken up with somebody.
And Aubrey been speaking on this. Aubrey O'Day been speaking on it ever since she done left Danny DeCane. Soon Danny DeCane fell through. She was like, oh yeah, I ain't never liked your ass anyway.
Who? I don't want to say.
Do we know the person?
Maybe.
Okay.
After being fired from Hot 97 in 1998, Wendy Williams accused Combs of playing a role. In 2004, Williams wrote that she would, quote, never forget the hell Combs put her through. Even so, Williams said that she didn't hate Combs. On a 2015 episode of her show, Williams commented on the allegations that Cassie Ventura was hiding from Combs.
This is a beautiful dress, by the way, that she has on. And Puffy, you look great for all the hard partying.
Williams painted Combs as a, quote, mogul you can't escape. The same year, Williams asked Jennifer Lopez if she would ever get back together with Combs. Lopez's mother, Guadalupe Rodriguez, basically answered for her daughter with a look that said everything. Although they reconciled in 2017, viewers have been waiting on pins and needles to hear Williams' thoughts about Combs in the wake of his arrest.
You are exhausting me. Let me tell you something. This week has been hella exhausting.
50 Cent. Curtis James Jackson III, aka 50 Cent, is another big name who's had a long-standing feud with Combs.
Let me just say this. Y'all gotta give Wendy her props.
I was just thinking that, but I was like, we
Bro.
don't move on. But
none of this internet bull crap with all these people yapping, and none of them would have a career if it wasn't for Wendy. Wendy started this stuff. She's the icon. She's the blueprint. She's a true journalist.
Like straight.
None of y'all are journalists. Y'all just yappers. She is a true journalist. Because come to find out, I don't know if you heard Charlamagne talk about it recently. He was like, it was so much stuff that came across her desk. She knew how to tell what was true and what was possibly rumored, but I can't really speak on that, or what was like just absolutely bullshit.
I think I heard him. Yeah.
Because that's what a true journalist is. I'm not finna report on any and everything that come across my desk. A lot of people now, they call themselves bloggers. Bloggers ain't none but supposed to journalists who operate on their own.
I don't think people really understood or appreciated like what she brought or
what
like her
had.
or what she, like, you know, a lot of times people be like, oh, she's so like
problematic,
messy or whatever the case may be, and I'm like, I mean, like, people can still be messy, but they still telling the facts, they still doing their job, like the information is messy, but just because the person is like, it's a lot of BS that be going on, and she like literally was a true journalist and like straight facts.
I hate because just imagine I like kind of how I said before with Kevin Samuels, with his passing brought out the whole red pill universe. I think with Wendy stepping down because of her illness, brought out all these bloggers who just gossip and tell these fake fake
It's
stuff,
just
and then people just running with it, not knowing whether it's facts or false.
Yeah.
And she only spoke on the facts. Like, I'm not gonna, because you gotta fail to realize, like, a lot of people fail to realize, you just can't get on this camera or turn on anything and just say some, make up some stuff. Yeah. Like, yo, only speak on what's out there. Like, that is true journalism.
Yeah.
Third, aka 50 Cent, is another big name who's had a long-standing feud with Combs. It all started with 50 Cent's 2006 diss track, The Bomb, which alleged that Combs was connected to the murder of Biggie Smalls.
She scared them boys from the west side of break 'em off.
There's still little concrete evidence backing up that conspiracy theory. In October 2023, though, 50 Cent elaborated on his beef with Diddy, describing his parties as, quote, uncomfortable.
That's not really beef, though. That's just competitive energy.
Competitiveness. All right, so you and Diddy, you and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him.
Okay.
During his final lap tour, 50 Cent said Diddy would, quote, hug you from the front and the back at the same time. 50 Cent has been even more vocal about Combs following the raid on his homes. It's also been reported that 50 Cent sold a docuseries to Netflix entitled Did He Do It?
Oh! I guess this means I won't be invited to the white parties in the Hamptons.
Tupac Shakur. Speaking of conspiracies, 50 Cent has also claimed that Combs got Tupac killed. Again, there isn't much backing this up, although Tupac was also skeptical of Combs.
If these rumors or allegations are true, it would make sense he would be able to get away from it, or get away with it for so long because people would be afraid.
Speaking with Vibe magazine in 1995, Shakur was asked if he thought Combs was connected to his shooting the previous year. Shakur did not hold back, saying, quote, I believe so, adding that, quote, it's between me and him, and only he knows.
I have proved things that I can say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about.
About a year later, Shakur was involved in another shooting, this one proving fatal. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who was arrested for Tupac's murder in 2023, once said that Combs offered $1 million to carry out Shakur's assassination.
I think that was a bad move, dude, you know what I'm saying? To me. Yeah, but show some love, brother, love.
Whether or not Combs was involved, Shakur's words paint the portrait of a violent man. Rodney Lil Rod Jones. While Combs has faced numerous accusations throughout the years, Rodney Lil Rod Jones was among the first to take serious legal action.
Let me say this. You think... Could this be the unraveling to solve the biggest hip-hop mystery of all time?
Only God knows. Because I really be, like, sometimes I do think about it. Because I'm like, it's so much stuff. Because I'm like, because every time, like, I think we was talking about it probably not too long ago. And then we was talking about, like, just, like, what they are, like, charging him with now and stuff, whatever. And I'm like, I know it's, like, so much stuff that can, like, hit the surface or, like be dug up or thrown at him or whatever the case may be. I'm like, I know it's so many other things.
I wonder if he ends up convicted and people know, okay, he's finally behind bars and he's like gone. Would that give people the motivation to step up and say, okay, this is the information I know, because I now know that if I come out and say something, there's nothing he can do about it.
Yes, I do believe that people that have
If
probably been
he had anything to do with,
if so, yeah, if people know, like, factual know, they have like receipts with things, you know, receipts, whatever. Like, if you truly know, you can back and then you can show whatever the case may be,
evidence,
whatever,
proofs.
whatever it may be, because you do have to understand that so many people, like, you really don't. I don't think now I get it, but I kind of got it back then, but now I really get it, you know, since I'm older. I'm like, you really don't understand, like, the power so many people hold and the fear that they put in people. When people have money and power and whatever the case may be, and these connections, people really fear them. Like, because in my head, I be like, I ain't fearing nobody. You ain't about to put that much fear in me. You know what I'm saying? But I see that people really are afraid, you know what I'm saying, to like speak out or say things because people hold so much power, and it is that's a scary situation to be in. Like I can only imagine, but I do believe so.
Like, look at the trial we've been watching. 100,000 got somebody killed.
Yeah.
Back then, think about it. In the 90s, if everything that is alleged is true, if 100,000 can get an artist like that killed in that city, right?
Yeah.
In the city he come from, in the neighborhood he's from, 2 people that eager.
Yeah.
Just imagine what $1 million did in the 90s.
Man. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
In the 90s, $1 million is not $1 million now. $1 million in the 90s, you felt rich.
Yeah.
You felt it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would have jumped on that.
And when you know things are going on, like people back then.
If that's true.
Yeah, we just like I'm speaking in general now, not just like but when people have like done things or like you around, like these people doing these things for a fact and they're getting away with it, and then years pass, nothing's happening. Like the person feels untouchable, and you like looking at you like, damn, they really untouchable. I couldn't do nothing, can't say nothing. What me? This person holds this power. This little me, you know what I'm saying? Got this money, this power. They out here like really making these moves. They got these connections, and you just happy to be around. So you definitely won't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see.
Accusations throughout the years, Rodney Lil Rod Jones was among the first to take serious legal action, contributing to the mogul's current circumstances. Jones was a producer on Combs' The Love album, Off the Grid. According to Jones, though, he, quote, endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer.
Claims made by Jones include hidden cameras in the rap mogul's home, saying, quote, Mr. Combs allegedly threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face in order to get what he wants.
Jones alleged that Combs repeatedly groped him and made him participate in unwanted sexual activities. This included having to work in the bathroom as Combs showered. What's more, Jones claimed that he woke up naked in bed with Combs and 2 sex workers after being drugged. His lawsuit also implicates Combs' son Justin and Chief of Staff Christina Coram, the latter of whom was accused of grooming.
Basically calls her the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs' Jeffrey Epstein.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all.
That's the pin dropper right there, girl. That's the... All right. Lock his ass up. If that...
But it's still the courts to determine what's
factual,
what's factual, what's
now the kids involved.
So we'll just,
Now I have seen people jokingly say, "Hey, you gotta lock them damn kids up too, because they don't tell them." I have seen.
Like you see people like joke around and say.
And I don't know if y'all done seen the little diss, man. Diddy's song, little diss song, and some things, bro, like. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You might be a little upset, man, but just because you feel like your family been able to do a lot in life, it's not you been able to do a lot in life. It's just because of your pops.
Yeah.
So you might want to tread lightly, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got that same pull like your pops do. Mm-hmm. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but you gotta understand, like, I mean,
I get it.
I get it. That's that's
pissed
the
off.
kids, they go around with their daddy regardless. So,
but I ain't finna just be out here talking, because then now all right, let's look into your ass.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be out here making no diss and out here telling this and then the third. You know,
just something and all that. No.
Yeah, just
lay low, bro. Keep quiet.
Cassie Ventura, this model turned singer, was in a relationship with Combs from 2007 to 2018. There had been signs of trouble in paradise.
Their relationship was volatile for sure. And he, like, you could tell that she was afraid of him.
In 2015, Ventura shared an image of a sleeping baby, posting, quote, "How I sleep, knowing that I'm single and nobody cheating on me." The next year, it was reported that the two were seen arguing in Beverly Hills.
They went into the bedroom and shut the door, and all I could hear is screaming and yelling, and whatever was going on in there, I don't know.
5 years after their final breakup, Ventura filed a lawsuit against Combs, accusing him of domestic violence, sexual abuse, and sex trafficking. Although Combs denied these claims, the lawsuit would be settled out of court. This wasn't the end, as footage from 2016 surfaced.
It appears to corroborate Cassie's claims identically. really, Jake, the lawsuit lines up with exactly what we are seeing.
Combs issued an apology, while many have supported Ventura for marking the beginning of his downfall. What other celebrity accounts have you looking at Diddy differently? Let us know in the comments.
Orlando.
You crazy. But
I gotta put some respect on my boy name, man. I'm telling you, bro, just like pay attention to all these celebrities, right, that we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? That we just seen over the years grow up, right? And then over time, we just seen them like literally deteriorate in our eyes.
Right
like
in front of us.
Like I mean, right in front of us with our eyes. Like they literally grew up child stars. Like grew up this, and you seen them like, all right, when did the drugs thing start happening? And when a lot of them always point back to these Hollywood parties. They start going to these Hollywood parties, hanging out with certain people, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, okay, that's how we get involved into it. That's where this starts. That's what this starts. And it's sad, bro. It's so many, like, even like the, this doesn't involve them. But I'm just saying, it's sad, man.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But y'all spam us up, man. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it in the comment section down below for us, man. But it's in next time. Y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is. We are. We out.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar.